What you're looking at here is one of the most disgustingly biased ads ever put out by an Australian corporation. In this case, ANZ Bank, which told lies to children and then used those same children as propaganda pieces to perpetuate those same lies to the wider Australian community. Fortunately, the ad failed miserably. Most people saw straight through it, and predictably, the cowards at ANZ disabled comments on the video, as they tend to do. So now Audi has decided to join the ranks of virtue-signalling corporations that seek to exploit the mythical idea that women are somehow an oppressed class. But given the backlash against their 2017 Super Bowl commercial, perhaps we're seeing some evidence that treating women like helpless victims of non-existent patriarchal oppression is no longer having the desired effect. Well, 4 seconds in and we've already got our first signs of toxic masculinity.
What do I tell my daughter?
Well, let's see. You could tell her, in comparison to boys, that she's more likely to do better at school, more likely to go to university, more likely to live longer, less likely to be a victim of physical violence, and less likely to die of any type of unisex cancer. Or you could tell her that she has a weight advantage over these two fat asses.
Do I tell her that her grandpa's worth more than her grandma?
Why would anyone tell their daughter that? What are you comparing? Gramps' life insurance policies? The insinuation that society implicitly values grandpa more than grandma is stunningly ignorant of historical context. In grandpa and grandma's day, chivalry was alive and well, and if there was ever a life or death situation, well then it was understood that grandpa would lay down his life for grandma. And I doubt grandma ever had the threat of being conscripted to go and die in some far-off land for a war that she may or may not have believed in. But I've got a sneaking suspicion that this is not what this ad is about.
That her dad is worth more than her mom?
No, you don't tell her that. But if you were going to, don't do it by referring to yourself in the third person. It's just weird.
Do I tell her that despite her education, her drive, her skills, her intelligence, she will automatically be valued as less than every man she ever meets?
Well, no, you wouldn't tell her that, because it's not true. Unless she only meets billionaires, of course. Or you could show her some homeless people, the majority of which are male, and generally no one gives a shit about. But what you could tell her is that you'll be paid less in the job market if you do a worthless degree like gender studies. And if money is important to her, that maybe she wants to look at career options like engineering, finance, or medicine.
Or maybe I'll be able to tell her something different.
Yeah, like the truth, that women aren't paid less for the same work, and it's been illegal to do so for more than 50 years in the United States. Now, unlike feminists and some clueless politicians, I don't believe that Audi thinks that women are oppressed. They're just trying to take advantage of the fact that as women are increasingly more financially independent, more of them are making decisions about what kind of car to buy, and Audi's trying to get them to buy their cars. It's as simple as that. And it usually is with private corporations. They're just trying to grow their market share. Nothing wrong with that. But when you do it by telling lies and creating myths about female oppression, you can expect a little pushback from those that actually see through your bullshit. So here they are virtue signalling on Twitter. Women are still paid 21% less than men. As a brand that believes in progress, we are committed to equal pay for equal work. And Pepper Frog writes, you pay your female employees less than males? You know that's against the law, right? And the reply from Audi is absolutely priceless. When we account for all the various factors that go into pay, women at Audi are on a par with their male counterparts. So, one post after claiming there's a wage gap, Audi debunks their own claim. As Harry puts it, thank you for debunking the pseudo-economic feminist gender pay gap so eloquently. What a pack of morons. Mark says, in response to Audi's own debunking of the pay gap, just like how every economic study has shown when apples to apples comparison is done, the gap is a myth. But hey, don't let facts stop you from moral grandstanding during the Super Bowl. Everybody loves it when companies do that. And I think the next post sums it up. Happens when you let PR people who have no understanding of statistics control the company Twitter account. Exactly. Now, even though more people seem to be waking up to the pay cap bullshit, there were overwhelmingly more people that had positive things to say about the ad. The initial tweet got 30,000 likes, so I think we've still got some work to do to make it a liability for companies to promote myths about female oppression. But I think the chorus of skeptics is getting louder. Or is it? Is that just wishful thinking on my part? Let me know what you think in the comments below. And in addition to a comment, don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and consider throwing me $1 on Patreon. See you next time.